All right, I'm starting up. Welcome to UWS men's basketball here on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV in an abbreviated pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce. This is Matt Johnson coming to you live here from Mertz Mortarelli Gymnasium here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where the Yellow Jacket men playing their first home conference game of the 2025-26 season, taking on Bethany Lutheran in UMAC conference action. The Yellow Jackets coming in this contest at 4-10 overall, 0-1 the UMAC thus far this season. Greg Bolkowski in his 9th season at the helm of the Yellow Jacket program. The Yellow Jackets coming in here after dropping their UMAC conference opener this past Wednesday down in downtown Minneapolis, falling to North Central by the final score of 78-72. That game was played at Clark Danielson Gym in Minneapolis. In that contest, the Rams jumped on the Yellow Jackets early, taking a 33-19 lead with 7:27 left in the opening 20 minutes on a free throw by Jaquan Adams. UWS rallied for the remainder of the half, cutting the deficit to 41-36 at the break following Jamichael Brusso Ollie's steal and layup with 21 seconds left in the opening frame. UWS eventually even matters early in the second half as Landon Tomer's fast break layup made it a 52-52 contest with 13-13 left in regulation, but the Rams scored the game's next 9 points to take control, upping the advantage to 61-52 on a basket by Carrington McNeil with 10-22 remaining in the contest. And from there, the Yellow Jackets never got closer than 4 points as North Central connected on 56.4% of their shots while also going 9 of 9 from the free throw line as a team. The Yellow Jackets, meanwhile, connected on 46% of their tries for the contest and had 3 players score in double figures. Tomer led the way with another and a string of double-doubles now for him, scoring 15 points and grabbing a team-leading 14 rebounds while going 6 of 10 from the field. Rocco Paulson, meanwhile, added 14 points on 7 of 8 shooting, while Caden Lecce finished with 13 points on 5 of 9 shooting for the Yellow Jackets. Meanwhile, Bethany Lutheran comes in here at 8-6 overall, 1-0 in the UMAC. Pat Garvin now in his 6th season at the helm of the Vikings program. They edged Northwestern 70-69 in the last-second thriller that was played at the North Gym in Mankato in their UMAC conference opener on Wednesday night. In that contest, the Vikings got off to a slow start in the opening half as the Eagles held Bethany Lutheran to just 9 of 30 shooting in the opening 20 minutes on the way to taking a 30-23 lead in the intermission. Northwestern actually expanded their advantage early in the second half, taking their largest lead of the contest at 50-34, following a basket by Japheth Nyamari with 11:48 remaining in regulation. But from there, Bethany Lutheran mounted a furious rally, coming all the way back and eventually taking a 68-67 lead on a three-pointer by Cooper Mensick. With 46 seconds left in the contest, the Eagles retook the lead on the next possession. A short jumper by A.J. Green with 7 seconds remaining that gave Northwestern a 69-68 edge. But the Vikings' Max Briggs finally decided matters when he drew a foul with just 1 second left on the clock and knocked down both free throws to provide the winning margin for Bethany Lutheran in a 70-69 win. For the game, the Vikings connecting on 42.2% of their shots and were led by Briggs with 20 points on 7 of 17 shooting. Jack Brockman, meanwhile, added a double-double with 15 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 of 9 shooting in that one. So you have one team that is coming up a last-second thrilling win in their conference opener, another team trying to get their first victory of the conference season here this afternoon. So that's the story here from the Mertz as the Yellow Jackets entertain Bethany Lutheran. And with that being the case, we'll take a quick break and come back with more of our pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce. We'll take a look at the starting lineups, and then we'll get the opening tip of these two teams, between these two teams, Sponsor of Barker's Island Inn. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is UWS men's basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. We're back here at the Mertz as the two teams are being introduced here to our gathering for Game 2 of our triple header of Yellow Jacket Sports here on 91.3 FM. In case you missed game number 1, the Yellow Jacket women going down to defeat against Bethany Lutheran in game number 1, 68-59. We'll talk more about that game once we get to halftime. In the meantime, the two teams right now being introduced. The starting lineups for the two squads. We'll start first, of course, with the Yellow Jackets as we bring our pregame show sponsor by National Bank of Commerce to a close. Here's how the Yellow Jackets are going to start today. Starting at guard, 6'1", sophomore from Menasha, Wisconsin, Hayden Quimby comes in the game averaging 3.2 points per game. Starting at forward, 6'7", junior from Slinger, Wisconsin, Andrew Beers. He comes in averaging 4.6 points per outing. Starting at guard, 6' senior, transfer from UW Eau Claire, Caden Lecce. He comes in the game tonight averaging 9.6 points per game. Starting at guard, 6'1" senior from right here in Superior, Evan Bennett. He comes in averaging 11.1 points per game and rounding out the starting five for the Jackets. 6'5", sophomore from Mosinee, Wisconsin, Landon Tomer. He comes in averaging 8.4 points per contest. And we'll quickly just run through Bethany Lutheran starters as well. Starting in the backcourt, 6'5", sophomore from Sleepy Eye, Minnesota, Will Walter. He'll be joined in the backcourt by 6'1" junior from Woodbury, Minnesota, Max Briggs. Also starting in the backcourt, 5'10", sophomore from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Elliot Whitney. Starting at forward, 6'4", junior from Chatfield, Minnesota, Cole Johnson. And rounding out the starting five for the Vikings, 6'6", sophomore from Lake Crystal, Minnesota, Jack Brockman. So those are your 10 players that will start this one here as the lights come back on here at the Mertz. Jackets in their home white jerseys with the gold trim going from right to left in this opening 20 minutes here. All the Vikings in their traveling blacks with the red trim will be going from left to right here in this opening 20 minutes. And thank you for joining us. Matt Johnson alongside my production engineers, Owen Peterson back at 91.3 FM, and also Evan Ludwig with Yellow Jacket TV. The opening tip, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn, is controlled by the Yellow Jackets, and we are underway here in game number 2 of our triple header of Yellow Jacket Sports here on 91.3 FM, and our double header here on Yellow Jacket TV. Jackets working the basketball left side. Hayden Quimby now trying to kick a pass to the far side, picked off by the Vikings. Turnover on UWS, and into the front court now come the Vikings. Max Briggs for the Vikings kicks it to the far side. Three-point shot is up from that far side by Will Walter. It's no good. Off the front rim. Rebound cleared now by UWS. And here's Caden Lecce for the Yellow Jackets coming into the front court. Andrew Beers getting a pass now left side for the Jackets. He'll hand it off. Check that. He'll dribble it down toward the baseline. Now he'll skip a pass for Quimby. Quimby goes up for the three. Off the back rim, no good. Rising for the rebound is Cole Johnson now for the Vikings. Long lead pass into the front court. Here's Jack Brockman in the corner. Max Briggs firing from three, and it's good. Max Briggs transferring from UWS to Bethany Lutheran, and it's 3-0. Knocking down his first shot against his old team. And the Yellow Jackets on the front court down by 3. Here's Caden Lecce now out on top. Playing left side now off the pass. Andrew Beers for the Jackets. Coming down toward the baseline, now spinning. Kicks it to the right side. Now here's Landon Tomer. Tomer putting it on the deck. 4 seconds to shoot. Gets double teamed. Now can't get rid of the basketball. Now for Beers, who cuts to the basket, then misses the layup. Rebound grabbed out there by Briggs. Briggs into the front court. Now Cole Johnson. His pass to the outside. That's picked off by Beers. Both teams trading turnovers. And then Tomer gets stripped by Brockman. 3-on-1. Now the lob for Brockman. Goes up and wedges it between the backboard and the rim. On the jump ball, kind of a wry smile on Brockman's face. And on the jump ball, the Vikings will actually get the basketball here. Don't see too many of those. But the Vikings will inbound now. 18-14 remaining first half. Lobbing it in now, Elliot Whitney. Now Briggs getting a pass back door, and he'll kick it out of play. And the Yellow Jackets will now put it in play here against full court defense. Man-to-man full court, kind of light here. Token full court pressure, actually, really, if you're looking at it from a strategic angle, as Caden Lecce into the front court. Pass comes to right side, Evan Bennett. Now out on top, it's Hayden Quimby. Quimby for the Jackets. Now we'll swing it right side. Bennett off in the corner. Landon Tomer. Bennett now for the Jackets. Gets stripped by Max Briggs. Ball's on the deck. Now Quimby picks it up. Double teamed in the corner. Finds Beers, who goes to the basket. Hangs up in the air, trying to go for the slam with the one-handed dunk on the right. Misses out the front rim, but he drew the foul, and Andrew Beers will go to the free throw line here to shoot 2. 17:43 remaining, first half. Beers at the line, and his first free throw is short. Well short, in fact. One more coming. Jackets as a team shoot free throws at 67.8%. The Vikings at 70.1%. Second free throw from Beers, also no good. UWS still a lid on the basket here. 2 minutes and 40 seconds into half number one. Briggs now on the left side. It's a pass out on top for Cole Johnson. Now it's Will Walter. Floater off the glass. That's no good. Rebound cleared by Landon Tomer. And the Yellow Jackets in the front court with Lecce. Lecce now handing it off. Evan Bennett right side. Hayden Quimby top of the key. Now they'll swing it left side for Beers. In the corner, Tomer will fire away from three, and he'll knock it down. 3-point shot for Landon Tomer. And we're tied up 3 apiece here as we hit the 3-minute mark, half number one. In the front court now, here's a pass from Elliott Whitney in the corner for Briggs. Now down low, they get an easy bucket on the opposite block for Cole Johnson. And then the Yellow Jackets nearly turning it over off the inbounds. Nice passing play there. Brockman coming to the right side, feeding it to the left side for Johnson. Uncontested layup makes it 5-3 in favor of the Vikings. Bennett top of the key now. Goes left side. Here is Beers. Now back for Evan Bennett. He'll fire from three. Halfway down, popped out, no good. Rebound Cole Johnson here for Bethany. And the Vikings now will come into the front court. Here's Max Briggs. Briggs now for Johnson. Goes right down the lane and lays it in. Jackets got caught ball watching. Nice feed there from Briggs. Easy layup for Cole Johnson. 2 straight for him. And it's now 7-3. Lecce into the front court. Going right side, picking up his dribble. His pass now for Bennett. In the paint, tried to go up with the shot, left it short, no good, but he'll draw a foul. And there'll be 2 free throws now for Evan Bennett. Bennett at the free throw line. First free throw is up and good for the Superior native and makes it now 7-4 as Nick Nordon checks in for the first time. Also checking in for the Jackets, Gage Brady. Free throw number 2 now for Evan Bennett. Long off the back rim, no good. Rebound, batted into the hands of Jack Brockman. And now Max Briggs into the front court. Briggs now going down toward the baseline, kicks it right side. Will Walter all the way to the rim, goes up the reverse layup for 2. A lot of dribble penetration already so far here for Bethany. Getting right to the rack against the Jackets, and now they lead at 9-4. Brady now out on top. Here's Landon Tomer. Hayden Quimby for the Jackets, and now we're going to have a blocking foul called on Walter. And that'll now trigger the Yellow Jackets substituting Eddie Mittermeier into the game for the first time. They'll take out Bennett. And Quimby will inbound. Gets it in now for Gage Brady. Brady will swing it right side. Here's Tomer. Skip pass now finding Quimby. Hayden Quimby now stops, pops, overshoots everything. 10-foot jump shot. Rebound grab by Cole Johnson for Bethany Lutheran. Brockman on the right side. Kicks it on the wing now. The behind-the-back dribble over there by Elliott Whitney. Now Brockman getting a pass on the baseline. Gets stripped of the basketball by Brady. And now we're going to have a jump ball called. And this time it will be Yellow Jacket basketball here. 15-10 remaining, first half. Risley Borman checking in for the first time for Bethany. As is Hudson Jennings. And Brady Ingersoll. In the meantime, Brady in the front court. Mittermeier now left side. Here's Hayden Quimby. On the right side now it's Tomer. Tomer trying to step through. Lost the handle on the basketball. And we're going to have a jump ball called. And Bethany Lutheran this time will pick it up. Vikings leading at 9-4. Ingersoll bringing the Vikings into the front court. Jenigus now out on top, swings it over. 3-point shot up now from Briggs. That one's well short off the front rim. Briggs gets his own rebound, goes right to the rim, flips up a shot, misses the bunny. Offensive rebound grabbed underneath by Jenigus, and now a foul going to be called on the Yellow Jackets down low. 2 free throws now coming up for Jenigus. 6'5" freshman from Walnut Grove, Minnesota. And his first free throw is long off the back rim, no good. Bennett's going to come back in. Rocco Paulson also going to check in for the first time. 14 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Half number 1. Jenigus has another free throw to go here. And this one is good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. And it's 10-4 now, your score. Gage Brady for the Jackets now into the front court. Nick Nordon will swing it right side for Mittermeier. Now Nordon, Rocco Paulson left side on the baseline. Gives a pass for Bennett on the cut. Evan Bennett hanging in the air, flips it over the front of the rim with the right hand and gets it to drop for 2. Bennett with his first field goal makes it 10-6. Now Ingersoll going left side off the pass. Risley Borman going down the left side. Now he kicks it back outside and a drive right to the basket and a lay-in for Brady Ingersoll. He's got his first 2 and the lead now 6 again at 12-6 in favor of the Vikings. Going left side now Brady, runner off the glass, and that's good for 2. Gage Brady makes it 12-8. And then he commits a foul here against Ingersoll. And we'll have an inbounds now. Max Briggs triggering it in. Ingersoll going left side. Now the pass comes out on top for Brockman. On the baseline, it's Borman. Now through the middle, Brockman lost the handle on the basketball, and that'll go out of play. There'll be a traveling call on Risley Borman. Now Brady into the front court. Paulson on the right side now. Evan Bennett. Here's Mittermeier. Bennett now off the curl. Going right to the rim. Flips up a shot off the glass. That's no good. Rebound off the foot of Nordon and out of play. So off the turnover. Vikings now with Ingersoll in the front court. Brockman top of the key. He'll swing it now left side. Borman back for Brockman, left side baseline. Now kick it out on top. Jenigus will fire from 3. That's off the front rim. No good. Rebound grab by Ingersoll. Stepping through now. Here's a pass from Jenigus, and an offensive foul is going to be called. Sliding over to take the charge will be Evan Bennett. So Hudson Jenigus gets whistled for the personal. Amory Peterson's now going to check in. Also checking in for the Yellow Jackets now for the first time, Jamichael Brusso-Ollie. 5'9" freshman from Plymouth, Minnesota, who has been seeing his playing time increase as the season has gone on. UWS in the front court now, and they'll kick it on the right side. Now Bennett off the curl. Going down toward the baseline, out on top. Tomer. Now Bennett, his pass down low, intercepted by Jenigus. Outlet pass out, picked off back the other direction by Tomer. Tomer's pass goes right side now. Brusso-Ollie, skip pass now for Bennett. Tomer on the baseline now, Mittermeier. Brusso-Ollie, right wing. And his pass down low, that's picked off. 3 straight turnovers between the two teams as Brady Ingersoll brings the Vikings across the timeline. Brockman. Ingersoll coming down the left side of the lane. Flips up a shot off the glass and gets it to go down for 2. 14-8 now. The Vikings back up by 6. Brusso-Ollie into the front court. They swing into the corner to the Yellow Jackets. Mittermeier will fire from 3, and he'll knock it down. 14-11. 11:28 and counting, remaining first half. Pace has been furious so far, although the offense has been pretty measured. As Ingersoll now, runner in the lane, goes up off the glass. That's no good. Rising above everybody to snatch the rebound is Tomer. And now Brusso Ali in the front court for UWS. Mittermeier will swing it now left wing. Land and Tomer off the screen by Rocco Paulson. Picks up his dribble. Now Bennett. Mittermeier. Top of the key, it's Paulson. Now the backdoor cut looking for Mittermeier, and that pass goes over the baseline. I'm not sure that pass had the angle it needed. Either way, it's a turnover on the Jackets as Quimby comes back in. Meanwhile, Cole Johnson back in now for Bethany Lutheran. And Ingersoll now coming across the timeline. Goes left side right to the baseline against Brusso Ali. Lays it in for 2 and will draw the foul. Just out-muscled him as he came to the left side of the lane. Ingersoll's been getting the lane practically at will here so far since he got in the game. Jackets are going to have to do something about that as the game moves on. As Nordon will come back in. Helpside hasn't been there either on the defense as Paulson now checks out. 16-11 now your score as Ingersoll at the line. And his free throw is good. He's got 7 points now since coming in just a few minutes ago, and it's a 6-point lead again for the Vikings at 17-11. Brusso Ali now in the front court. Left-hand side on the wing, it is Eddie Mittermeier. Quimby on the wing now as well. Bounce pass. Tomer. Nordon. He'll fire from 3-point range. It's off the front rim, no good. Rising for the rebound is Risley Borman. Now Briggs. Max Briggs giving it. Borman coming down the middle, flipping up a shot with the left hand. Now missing it off the window was Amory Peterson, the former Yellow Jacket, and now we're going to have a tie-up off the rebound, and this time the basketball will go back over to the Yellow Jackets. Caden Lecce, meanwhile, is going to check back in. He'll take out Brusso Ali. Will Walter back in as well for Bethany Lutheran, as is Elliott Whitney. Lecce off the inbounds now, advances into the front court. Pass coming right side now, Lecce. Guarded by Will Walter, comes down on the baseline, kicks it back out on top for Quimby. Hayden Quimby now going left side of the lane, flips up a shot off the glass, that's no good. Rebound fought for underneath. Max Briggs comes out there with it now for the Vikings. And he's into the front court. Briggs now going right to the rim, flips up a shot and lays it in for 2. Jackets are allowing a lot of penetration on the dribble right now. Going to have to try to figure that out as the game moves on. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night defensively. Mittermeier in the front court. 8-point lead for the Vikings at 19-11. Nordon right side. Down low and now Lecce. Goes up with the right hand and lays it in for 2 with the finish inside. Caden Lecce makes it 19-13. Now Briggs. Flips a pass outside. 3-point shot. That one's up. That one's no good by Whitney. Offensive rebound. Grabbed by Johnson. Now on the baseline. Amory Peterson. Leaving it for Johnson. 3-point shot now up. And that one is good. Right wing. Taken by Will Walter. Bethany Lutheran a step quicker than the Jackets here so far across the board. And they now lead it 22-13. Quimby out on top. Mittermeier swinging it now for Lecce. Caden Lecce. Left side now it's Tomer. 3-point shot up now by Mittermeier. Well short, no good. Rebound cleared by Elliott Whitney. Now Johnson. Peterson out on top. Now Briggs going to the rim. Flips up a shot, no good. Rebound fouled up by Johnson, and it'll be another foul. The Jackets really are not rebounding well tonight. Second and third opportunities for the Vikings all over the court right now. For Caden Lecce, he'll be whistled on the foul. That'll be the 4th on the Yellow Jackets, and a timeout going to be called here. That'll give us a chance to remind you that if you can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets, Tune in to Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join John Garber and myself throughout the years. We sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available on uwsyellowjackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. Jackets have missed 8 of their first 13. Vikings so far 9 for 19. Both teams 2 for 6 from beyond the arc. Jackets have also missed 3 out of 4 free throws. And right now, like I said, the Vikings all over the Jackets on the boards. 14-4 the margin right now, including 5 offensive rebounds. They have just been much faster to the ball than the Yellow Jackets have been. That keeps up, like I said, it's going to be a very long evening here. Johnson now at the free throw line. Reminder, by the way, at halftime, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, we will have our first half summary. Look at the first half stats. As Cole Johnson knocks down the first free throw to make it a 23-13 game. We'll also catch you up on everything going on for Yellow Jacket Athletics, including a recap of our first game of the day. The Yellow Jacket women falling to Bethany Lutheran, 68-59. We'll talk more about that. Also talk about our third game of the triple header here, as the Yellow Jacket men's hockey will be taking on St. John's later tonight. All that coming up at halftime as Johnson went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Now the Jackets coming back, miss a shot inside, and then off the rebound is knocked out of play by Evan Bennett. Possession goes back over now to Bethany Lutheran. Cooper Mensink is in for the first time, and now he'll lob a pass in for Max Briggs. Briggs into the front court, goes right side off the pass. Will Walter out on top. Now they swing it left side. Elliott Whitney now out on top. Mensink will fire from 3. Long off the back rim, no good. Rebound grabbed out there by Tomer. Now a long lead pass for Andrew Beers. Goes in, misses the layup, but they're going to draw a foul here on Mensink. Beers at the line now. We'll shoot 2. Knocks down the first one there. Missed 2 earlier on in the half. 23-14 your score, 7:36 separating us from halftime. And Beers misses that free throw off to the left. Rebound grab by Max Briggs. And now the Vikings in the front court leading it by 9. Cole Johnson. Kicking it now left side, Mensink. Lost the basketball, turnover. Lead pass now from Lecce for Evan Bennett. Then he has it stripped away. Now on the deck and picking it up is Cole Johnson. Now a long lead pass. Into the front court, Will Walter turns inside, goes up, and lays it in. He's got 7. The lead is 11. 25-14 in favor of Bethany Lutheran. Right side now, Evan Bennett putting it on the deck. Spinning through. Tries to flip up a shot now. Leaves it high off the glass, no good. Tried to scoop shot around Mensink. Rebound for the Vikings, and now Briggs right to the rack. Flips up a shot. That's off the glass, no good. Rebound grab by Tomer. Left side now, Mittermeier. Bennett. Now Lecce. Tomer putting it on the deck. Now Lecce crossing over on Briggs. Comes inside, flips up a shot with the right hand. Out the back rim, no good. Briggs snatching the rebound away from Beers, and now it's Johnson in transition. Mensink, he'll fire a 3. That's off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound grabbed underneath by Whitney. His shot inside, no good. Fouls up his own miss and tips it in for 2. 27-14. Beers now over in the corner against Johnson coming down low. Now stepping through Bennett. Lecce will fire from 3. That's off the front rim, no good. Rebound batted out of play by Bennett, and it'll go back over now to the Vikings. Mikey Young going to check in. Gage Brady, also Rocco Paulson. Vikings triggering in, leading it by 13 already. Elliott Whitney now in the front court. Pass comes right side. Here's Jack Brockman. Going on the baseline now, Risley Borman to the rim, no good, off the glass, and we're going to have a foul called underneath. It's going to be called on the Yellow Jackets. That'll be foul number 5 on UWS. And Borman will go to the free throw line here to shoot 2. The foul, by the way, is on Evan Bennett for the Yellow Jackets. Second free throw was also good, and it's now a 15-point lead for Bethany Lutheran. In the front court now. Bennett on the left side. Now Micah Young on the baseline, trying to back down. Now he loses the handle on the basketball. Brockman now. On the outside now, Whitney going down low, and we're going to have a foul called on Brady, I think, down low. Trying to body up on Hudson Genegas, who's back in there. That's his second. 16th foul on the Jackets, and we'll have an inbound now left baseline. Whitney in for Brockman. Borman loses the handle on the basketball with the steal now. Here's Micah Young. Young in the front court. Bennett going left side. Brady. Bounce pass now. Rocco Paulson. Left side block against Brockman. Trying to back him down. Brady now triggers it in. In the corner now. Young going down low. Double team on Rocco Paulson. He goes up with a shot. That's off the back rim. No good. Rebound track down far side by Whitney. In the corner now, Brockman. Under 5 minutes remaining, first half. Shot by Brockman. No good. Rebound grab by Tomer. Now Brady into the front court. Bounce pass, Paulson. Muscles one through the middle and gets it to go over the front of the rim for 2 points. Wasn't pretty, but Paulson gets his first field goal, and it's now 29-16. Whitney now in the front court. Brockman on top of the key. Now he'll hand it off now for Borman. Fires from three-point range. Tomer with the rebound. And now Gage Brady for UWS into the front court. Brady going left side. Tomer on the right wing now on the outlet pass. Now on the baseline. Skip pass from Paulson. Three-point shot is up from Brady. That one rims around, falls off, no good. Rebound being fought for. Finally, Brockman comes in there and snatches it for the Vikings. Brockman now in the front court. Going right side. Now cutting down low, going up and laying it in for 2 is going to be Risley Borman. Back up to a 15-point lead for the Vikings. 31-16. Bounce pass now, Paulson. Left side block. Coming back on the help side defense and tying him up, it's going to be Elliott Whitney. Ingersoll going to come back in. And Max Briggs back in as well for the Vikings as he triggers it in for Ingersoll. Bounce pass now, Brockman in the front court. Brockman going right to the rim, flips up a shot. Misses the bunny with the left hand. Rebound now for Micah Young. Now Bennett will fire a 3 and knock one down. Right side makes it 31-19 now with 2:45 remaining. First half. Vikings have been in control from basically the tip. Ingersoll now into the front court. Going right side, picks up his dribble. Now they leave him alone, so he'll just pop a jump shot 10 feet, leaves it short off the front rim. Jackets dodging a bullet there. Rebound grab now by Brady. Bennett And a flip a pass for Paulson down low, overshot him by about a foot. Goes over the baseline, and it'll be a turnover on the Jackets. Will Walter comes back in now for the Vikings. Briggs in for Whitney, and we're going to have a timeout now called by Pat Garvin and company on the Bethany Lutheran bench. 2:14 remaining. First half. Hasn't been pretty. Jackets 7 out of 21 from the field thus far. Vikings so far 12 for 30. EWS 3 for 9 from beyond the arc, but 2 for 6 from the stripe here so far. Vikings 5 for 7. Max Briggs already has 6 rebounds in the game, and that rebounding stat, Vikings now plus 10 in rebounding at 21-11. And a lot of offensive rebounds so far here as well for Bethany Lutheran. 7 of them, the Jackets without an offensive rebound in the ballgame thus far. They've just been much, much quicker to the basketball has Bethany Lutheran than the Yellow Jackets have. That's the reason they're up by 12. They're just outworking UWS right now. Have been since the start of the game. And as we come out of the timeout, Brockman will flip it in now for Whitney, who comes across the timeline. Pass right side for Brockman, out on top. Jenigas so swinging it left side for Walter. Now Briggs. He'll pop a jump shot right side. Off the back rim, no good. Foul called on the rebounding action underneath. And it's going to be called on Paulson. 17 foul, and it'll be a 1-and-1 here. And Jackets just being caught out of position, especially in the rebounding battle. Jenigas at the line now to shoot a 1-and-1. 2:01 remaining, first half. And at this point, Jackets just need to pick up their energy. They've been pretty flat here so far. Bethany's just been much more aggressive, much quicker to the basketball on both ends of the floor. Second free throw from Jenigas is no good. Rebound grab by Tomer. And now he'll hand it off for Gage Brady. Bounce pass now, Paulson, left side elbow. Skip pass now finds its way for Tomer. His three-point shot gets blocked by Brockman. Bennett picks up the loose ball. Now Tomer hanging in the air. Tries to get it underneath. Paulson has his shot blocked as well. Long lead pass now intercepted by Bennett. And a foul going to be called on Max Briggs. Seventh-team foul, and it'll be a 1-and-1 now for the Jackets as they make their way into the Superior Water Light and Power bonus for the first time here. Clean, reliable, Superior. 1-1 here for Bennett. 32-19 your score. Bennett's first free throw is good. One more for Bennett. And that one is also good. Bennett has 8 points now for the Jackets. It's 32-21 with 1:32 and counting remaining first half. Whitney for the Vikings into the front court. Out on top now Brockman. He'll swing it left side. Here's Will Walter. Walter against Evan Bennett now left side baseline. Spins, goes up with a jump shot. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound cleared now by Micah Young for UWS. And Young in transition. Bennett, bounce pass, baseline, now Paulson. Now Bennett. Curl it back out now. Here's Gage Brady. They'll swing it right side now. Rocco Paulson. Micah Young going on the baseline now. Steps back from the baseline. His jump shot is up. No good. Rebound batting around. Still being batted around. Finally picking it up is Brady. Under a minute remaining in the half. Now Young's three from the left side. This time no good. Rebound grab by Walter. We're going to have a foul called on the Jackets. It's going to be Brady or Paulson, one of the two. I think it's going to be Gage Brady. That's his third personal already. Eighth team foul on UWS. 48.1 seconds remaining until halftime. And there needs to be a lot of improvement from the Yellow Jackets in the second half. I'll just say that straight up. Lecce going to come back in, by the way, as Walter goes to the line to shoot a 1-1. His first free throw is up. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound grab by Tomer. Brady into the front court now. Bounce pass down low. Nice feed to the opposite block, and laying it in with the left hand is Rocco Paulson. Paulson with the bucket. The assist to Brady makes it 32-23 as we go under half minute remaining, first half. 3-second difference between shot and game clock as Whitney sets up the offense here for Bethany Lutheran. Going to take this all the way down as he goes to the left side. Now Brockman out on top. 8 seconds. 5 seconds as Briggs goes up for three and knocks one down. He's got 8, 35-23, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Bennett will try to answer. Goes up for the shot as the shot clock expires, and the first half clock for that matter expires, knocks it down, and that is how the first half will end here. Bennett now up to 11 points. That might be the highlight of the half there for the Jackets. They struggled across the board against a very active Bethany Lutheran squad. But off that three now by Evan Bennett. Your score at the break. Bethany Lutheran 35, Yellow Jackets 26. We'll take a quick break and come back with our halftime programming, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. Right after this, this is UWS men's basketball on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson alongside my two production engineers, Owen Peterson back at 91.3 FM, and Evan Ludwig with Yellow Jacket TV, welcoming you back to the Mertz halftime. Sponsored tonight, as always, by Hovland Incorporated. Finds UWS trailing it by the score of 35-26 at the half. The Yellow Jackets in that first half fell behind pretty early in the ball game, and then really the biggest difference I think so far that we've seen is the energy that the Vikings have brought. The Yellow Jackets just have not really matched it all that well. And we see that in some of the stats as well. The shooting numbers are not too far off as we jump into our first half. Look at these stats in our first half summary. Yellow Jackets shooting at 9 out of 27 from the field. The Vikings at 13 out of 32. Jackets at 33.3%. Vikings at 40.6. So they've made 4 more field goals than the Jackets and taken 5 more shots. But really what stood out is the fact that the Vikings just, like I said, playing faster, quicker to the basketball on both ends of the floor. They really haven't given the Yellow Jackets much of anything. In fact, the Yellow Jackets, not only are they missing shots, they're not getting second and third opportunities either. UWS in that first half had just 2 offensive rebounds, and they were out-rebounded by 7 in that opening 20 minutes, including 7-2 on the offensive glass. When you're not getting to the glass on top of missing shots, you're going to have a long night. And offense is going to be hard to come by, and that was certainly the case for UWS in that first half. UWS, meanwhile, 4 for 12 from beyond the arc. The Vikings at 3 for 11, so those numbers pretty much a wash here at the break. UWS 4 for 8 from the free throw line. The Vikings 6 for 10, but again, that rebounding differential really making a difference in this one. As the Yellow Jackets, again, so far, trailed basically throughout that half. Trailed by as many as 15 in that half. Right now it's at 9. Turnovers, by the way, Yellow Jackets with 8 assists against 11 turnovers, so the Jackets also coughing up the ball a bit. The Vikings, meanwhile, with 7 assists against 9 turnovers, so neither team doing a particularly good job of protecting the basketball here through 20 minutes. In terms of individually, UWS being carried offensively by Evan Bennett. He has 11 of the Yellow Jackets' 26 points. He's 3 for 6 from the field, 2 for 3 from beyond the arc, and also 3 for 4 from the stripe. He does have 4 turnovers, however, so they're going to have to try to clean that up a bit. But nobody else for the Jackets has more than 4 points. Rocco Paulson has 4, 3 each so far for Landon Tomer and Eddie Mittermeier. 2 points for Gage Brady, 2 points for Caden Lecce. You go along with those 4 points for Rocco Paulson. So also got to get some more scoring from somewhere other than Evan Bennett here in the second half. Meanwhile, Bethany Lutheran spreading it around a bit. 3 players with at least 7 points. Leading scorer so far, Max Briggs, former Yellow Jacket against his former teammates. 8 points on 3 for 7 shooting. He's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. 7 points so far for Will Walter as well. And Brady Ingersoll, who had a really active start to the ball game when he came in as a sub about 5 or 6 minutes into the contest. He had 7 points in that first half as well. 5 points for Cole Johnson. 4 points so far for Risley Borman, and 2 points each so far for Elliott Whitney and also Hudson Jenigas here at the break. In terms of foul trouble, by the way, UWS committed 8 fouls in that first half, 3 of them on Gage Brady. Nobody else has more than 1 for UWS, while Bethany Lutheran committed 7 fouls. Everybody has 1 foul so far for Bethany Lutheran, so Brady the only player on either team in foul trouble here halfway home from the Mertz. So that's your story. 20 minutes down, 20 minutes still to come. And your score at the break, Bethany Lutheran 35, Yellow Jackets 26. We'll take a quick break for halftime programming, including a look at what else is happening with Yellow Jacket Athletics. All that coming up in about 2 minutes. This is UWS men's basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here at the Mertz, about 5.5, a little bit less than 5.5 minutes, in fact, before we begin the second half of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and the Vikings. We'll jump into our Yellow Jacket sports summary now, just in case you missed it. This is Game 2 of our triple header on 91.3 FM and also our doubleheader on Yellow Jacket TV. In Game 1 today, in case you missed it, women's basketball fell to Bethany Lutheran in Game 1 by the final score here, 68-59, in a game that yours truly called right here on both 91.3 FM and on Yellow Jacket TV. The Yellow Jackets now 4-11 on the season and 1-1 in the UMAC. Jackets giving up the first 12 points in the opening quarter to Bethany Lutheran and never really got back into the game. Came within 5 a couple times, but never really rebounded from giving up those first 12 points as they go down to defeat here against the Vikings by 9. Maddie Riad had a nice game for the Jackets, however. She had 19 points for UWS in the loss, so not all bad things for the Yellow Jackets, but certainly they would have wanted to play better than they did today in the games or in the first game of the day. They're next in action, by the way, the women's basketball team. Next Saturday, January 17th, they'll be taking on Martin Luther here at the Mertz. Yours truly on the call, 3 p.m. The opening tip there, 2:45 the pregame. That'll be a joint broadcast here on 91.3 FM, KUWS, and on Yellow Jacket TV. Women's hockey now sitting at 1-13-1 overall, 1-2 in the WIAC. They've had a tough run of luck here in the last few weeks. Lost their third straight last night in Game 1 of their home-and-home weekend with Bethel, surrendering 3 third-period goals down at Westman Arena and falling to the Royals by the final score of 3-1. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets' lone goal came from Maya Anderson at 15-19 of the third period off an assist from Ashton Parnell. For the game last night, Bethel held a 33-26 edge in shots. Aaliyah Grishus went all the way in goal for the Yellow Jackets, making 30 saves to take the loss. They played earlier today, taking on Bethel down in Game 2. That was a 3 p.m. opening face-off from the Twin Cities. They'll next be at home this coming Friday the 16th, taking on UW River Falls down the street at Westman Arena. The two-time defending national champion Falcons coming to town for a home-and-home with the Yellow Jackets. 7 p.m. at the opening face-off, 6:45 the pregame. That'll be a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. John Garver handling the lead vocals on that. Men's hockey now at 9-5-1 overall, 4-3 in the WIAC. They've won their last 4, including posting a 3-1 road win over Concordia Moorhead last night at the Moorhead Sports Center down in Moorhead, Minnesota. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets got goals from Tyler Ryder, Blake Sutter, and Carson Riddle while holding a 30-24 edge in shots. Jack Boschert went all the way in goal for UWS, making 23 saves to get the win. They're next in action in Game 3 of our triple header here at 91.3 FM. Taking on St. John's, 7 p.m. the opening face-off from St. Cloud, Minnesota, 6:30 the pregame. Or as fast as we can get it out to Mr. Garber. He'll be coming up right after we go final here in game number 2 of our triple header. They'll next be at home, however, the Yellow Jackets on the 14th, so this coming Wednesday, taking on Marion for the second time this year. 7 p.m. the opening face-off there, 6:30 also the pregame. Another joint broadcast on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. And last but not least, men's and women's indoor track and field. They will kick off the second half of their indoor season next weekend when both teams host the Twin Ports Open across the hall over at Lydia Thiering Fieldhouse on Saturday, January 17th. For more information on that, you can go to ubsyellowjackets.com. And with that, we will bring our halftime programming, sponsored by Howland Incorporated, to a close. We'll take one more quick break and then come back with the start of the second half of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and Bethany Lutheran. That's coming up right after this. This is UWS men's basketball on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Second half underway here. Yellow Jackets missing a three-point shot by Andrew Beers, and now back to their direction. Quick pass down low for Jack Brockman. He steps through and lays it in with the right hand, and the Vikings striking first here in the second half. They now lead at 37-26. Matt Johnson back with you here from the Mertz. We'll see what kind of adjustments the two teams made at the break. In the meantime, Hayden Quimby now for the Jackets on the right side. Snaps the pass for Evan Bennett on the wing. Bennett now losing his footing momentarily, now picks it back up. Quimby back for Bennett. Into the paint. Goes up with a one-handed hook shot. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound grabbed out there by Cole Johnson. Now Briggs in transition. Gets behind the Yellow Jacket defense. Hangs in the air, goes up, and scores it with the right hand for two. 39-26. And the Vikings up now by a baker's dozen. And in the front court now on the right side. Here's Evan Bennett now for Beers. He'll step back, try another three-point shot. That one out the back rim as well. Ball knocked to the corner. Bounding around, now Hayden Quimby comes out there with it. Quimby for the Yellow Jackets, looking for a pass. Instead, he'll just go up inside the painted area and rally it home from about 10 feet away. Quimby with the bucket makes it 39-28. Meanwhile, it's Elliott Whitney now for Bethany Lutheran in the front court. Brockman, pass in the middle. Johnson wide open. His one-handed push shot, though, off the back rim, no good. Rebound for Tomer. Now Lecce will hand it off left side, Quimby. Out on top, Tomer. They'll swing it right side, Bennett. Now Beers. Now they'll let him take that one. He's missed two in a row. Instead, he hands it off now for Lecce. He was open from three. Decided against it. Good decision. And now here's Tomer. Back for Beers. Left side baseline this time. Spinning around Johnson. Double team comes. Goes up with the shot. Off the glass. No good. But they will call a foul. And now Andrew Beers will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Call it on Cole Johnson. That'll be his second. First team foul of the second half. And with 17:54 left to play, and it'll be Beers at the free throw line here to shoot. Beers now. First free throw. Rims out. No good. One more coming. Junior season now for the Slinger native, averaging 4.6 points per game heading into the game today. And Beers' second free throw is good. Goes 1 for 2 to make it 39-29. Some light full court pressure now by the Jackets, handled by the Vikings. As they headman a pass for Elliott Whitney, and Whitney across the timeline. Finds Johnson top of the key. Now backdoor cut from Brockman. Quick hands by Landon Tomer intercepts the pass. Turnover on the Vikings, and now here's Hayden Quimby back to their direction. Quimby for UWS. Here's Tomer top of the key, swinging it right side for Bennett. Now Beers. Beers find the back pass. Now Tomer, head fake, steps through, and now throws it to nobody. Picked off by Max Briggs. Back to their direction. Briggs now into the corner. Whitney. Now he throws it to nobody. Picked off by Tomer. So two, I don't want to say they were mindless passes, but boy, not great turnovers to say the least. It all comes out in a wash, and the Yellow Jackets have it now. Down by 10 with Quimby on the right side. Tomer on the left wing now. Out on top, here's Beers. Quimby steps back. He'll fire from three, and it's good. Hayden Quimby for three. Quimby gets his second field goal of the ball game. He now has 5, and it's 39-32. Whitney in the front court. Pass comes left side for Will Walter. His floater on the baseline is good. Out to rim around, and it drops through. 41-32 now your score. Here's Bennett now in the front court for the Yellow Jackets. Picking up his dribble. Tomer out on top. Swings it now for Quimby on the left side wing. Hayden Quimby. Bounce pass now Tomer. Tomer. Skip pass finds Beers. His three off the back rim, no good. He's 0 for 3 from out there so far here in this half. Briggs now in transition. Outside Walter. He'll fire from three. That's also off the rim, no good. Rebound for Beers. Long lead pass for Tomer, who's behind everybody. Goes in and lays it in. Uncontested for 2. Tomer has 5. The Jackets within 7. 41-34. Here's Briggs. Down low, Johnson wide open. Kicks it to the corner. Here's Walter. Standing all by himself. He misses a 3. Rebound cleared now by Bennett. Here's Lecce. Caden Lecce for the Yellow Jackets. Bounce pass now Tomer. Tomer Bennett, he'll fire from 3. That's off the back rim, no good. Both teams going long range here on some of these jump shots. Back to the direction now, Brockman. Down low on the pass, cutting in and laying it in for 2 with the right hand is Elliott Whitney. 43-34 now. Lead back up to 9. Lecce across the timeline. Goes right side. Tomer out on top. He'll swing it left wing. Now here's Hayden Quimby. Lecce looking down low. We're going to have a whistle and a foul called, I think, on Whitney as he was bodying up on Tomer near the free throw line. For Whitney, that'll be his second team foul on the Vikings here in the second half. Meanwhile, it'll be Amory Peterson coming back into the ball game. Brady Ingersoll also back in. Also back in, Risley Borman, as well as Hudson Jenigas. Max Briggs, the only starter out there right now for the Vikings. Meanwhile, Nick Nordon back in for UWS, as is Rocco Paulson. And Gage Brady playing on 3 fouls. Now Quimby, left side, 9 seconds to shoot, looking down low. And we're going to have a foul called against Jenigas down low, giving up about 3 inches and about probably 30 pounds at least to Rocco Paulson. That'll be his second, third team foul here on the Vikings. Bennett, quick inbounds now, Paulson. Quimby now on the right side. Paulson, back for Quimby. Brady now out on top. He'll hand it off now. Here's Evan Bennett. 8 seconds to shoot. Bennett going down the lane. Hangs in the air. Goes up with a jump shot. Back rim and out. No good. Rebound fought for underneath. And we're going to have a foul on the Jackets, I think. And it is going to be a foul on UWS. They're going to call it on Bennett. For Evan Bennett, that is foul number 2. First foul against the Jackets in the second half. And we now have an inbounds for the Vikings. 14:23 and counting remaining. Bethany Lutheran has led virtually all the way. Right now the Yellow Jacket deficit at 9. Peterson now for the Vikings. Goes right side off the pass. Circle routing his way was Borman. His shot off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound grab by Ingersoll. It's been a problem all day for the Jackets so far in this one. And then Peterson snaps a pass to the far side, picked off by Quimby, so it's a turnover. Now Brady into the front court. Into the corner, Nordon will fire a 3. That's off the mark, no good. Rebound batted out of play, and it's going to be Bethany Lutheran basketball here. In the meantime, Eddie Mittermeier comes back into the game. Briggs will trigger it in now for Ingersoll. Bounce pass now. Briggs lobbing it in the front court for Peterson. Now Ingersoll back from Briggs into the lane. Runner is good. One-handed runner in the lane from Brady Ingersoll. He now has 9 in the lead in the double figures at 45-34 for the Vikings. Mittermeier now out on top. Here's Bennett. Brady now stepping through. Tried to go up for a shot, and he's going to draw a foul. Got taken to the deck. And I believe it was Hudson Jenigas who's going to get whistled on the foul. That'll be his third. And Gage Brady, the freshman from Mora, Minnesota, now goes to the line to shoot 2. Brady's first free throw is good. Jackets shooting 32.4%. It's been a struggle. And just 50% from the line. Meanwhile, Jamichael Brusso-Ali is back in there. We saw him momentarily in the first half. 45-35 with 13:19 left to play. Brady's second free throw is also good. And it's 45-36, and the timeout going to be called here by the Yellow Jackets. By the way, fans, have you downloaded Swarm Central, the official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets? Get started and receive 200 points just for registering and 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores today. Jackets will have a week off after this one. They'll be taking on Martin Luther next time out. 4:45 will be the tentative start time there. That'll be game 2 of a basketball doubleheader here, both on 91.3 FM and on Yellow Jacket TV. And, of course, depending on how quickly the women's game, which will lead off the day, gets done. Either way, we'll be on with the pregame probably about 10-15 minutes ahead of the opening tip of that one. Also, some other games coming up this week. On Wednesday, men's hockey taking on Marion. We already talked about that. Friday, women's hockey will be back on the radio, taking on UW River Falls in a joint broadcast. 7 p.m., the opening face-off there. 6:45, the pregame with John Garver on 91.3 FM and Yellow Jacket TV. And, of course, again, the doubleheader with men's and women's basketball against Martin Luther a week from today. So plenty of action coming up here over the next few days, several days, in fact, on 91.3 FM, as well as Yellow Jacket TV, as we're coming into that really busy point of the winter season here. Everybody's in the conference play now pretty much after this weekend, so interesting to see how the teams fare in the second half of the campaign. In the meantime, out of the timeout, Jackets down by 9 at 45-36, 13-19 left to play. UWS going to pick up full court here after 2 free throws by Gage Brady, as the inbounds comes now for Brady Ingersoll, and he brings it across the timeline. Bounce pass now, Brockman, backdoor cut, Briggs. He'll go in and lay it in. The Yellow Jackets got caught ball watching, and Briggs just went straight to the cup. Brockman finds him. He lays it in. The lead back up to 11. 12 points now for Max Briggs in the ball game. 47-36 as the pass goes left side. Here's Brady now for the Yellow Jackets. Nick Nordon out on top. He'll hand it off now, Mittermeier. Now Brusso Ali on the baseline. He'll pop a jump shot. That's off the back rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Weak side grab by Brady. Fresh 20 for the Jackets. Now Brady spinning around. Goes up with a shot over Borman. That's no good. Rebound bounding around. Still on the deck. And now coming out there is Risley Borman with it for the Vikings. Briggs in the front court. Now Ingersoll. For Briggs. Briggs going right side now, will peel out. Ingersoll picking it up, going around Mittermeier, hangs on the baseline and knocks it down for 2. That's a tough jump shot there by Brady Ingersoll. Jackets having a hard time matching up with him today. He now has 11. Bakers doesn't lead back up to 49-36. Right side now, Nordon out on top. Brusso Ali kicks it to the corner. Playing the deck now, here's Brady. Hanging in the air. His shot off the window, no good. Ball batted out of play, and we're going to have a foul called on the rebounding action down low against the Vikings, it appears. It's going to be on Ingersoll. Nelson engaged Brady right back to the free throw line. He made 2 before the last timeout from that spot. And his first one here is no good. Rims out, one more coming. Meanwhile, Tomer's going to come back in. He'll take out Rocco Paulson here. Second free throw from Brady is good. He's got 5 points. The lead is 12. 49-37, Bethany Lutheran. As Ingersoll against Brusso Ali comes across the timeline. Kicks it outside. Brockman. He'll hand it off now. Right side, it's Max Briggs. Now Peterson, and we have a whistle. And a foul going to be called against the Yellow Jackets down low away from the ball. And see what they give it to. They're going to give it to Mittermeier, it appears. So it'll be his first, second team foul on the Yellow Jackets. Vikings have committed 5 so far. As off the inbounds, it's Brockman. Now Ingersoll across the free throw line, extended, gives it off for Peterson. He loses his footing. Gives it back out now for Briggs. Now back for Peterson. He'll line up the three-point shot and knock it down. Emery Peterson with the triple. And the Vikings now matching their largest lead at 52-37. Tomer going left side. Here's Brady. Back for Tomer, top of the key. Landon Tomer, right side now. Jamichael Brusso Ali. Spinning away, goes right side. Flips a pass to the corner now for Brady. Gives it right back for Tomer at the right side block. He steps through and lays it over the front of the rim for 2. He's got 7. Lead at 13. Now Peterson in the front court. And now Max Briggs against Nordon out on top. Briggs stepping back, now pass inside for Brockman. Head fake, waits for Nordon to fly by, and just goes up and lays it in with the right hand for two. Teams trading buckets. 15-point lead, Vikings, 54-39. Brady now right side. Inside out dribble. Now he goes all the way to the rim. Misses it off the window. No good. Rebound cleared out of there now by Borman. And Briggs now in transition. Borman now running down the court, and the pass for him is too far. There'll be a turnover. Lecce and Paulson come back in. Brady's going to check out, so is Nordon. Meanwhile, Evan Bennett comes back in the game for the Jackets. 10-13 now left. Tomer triggering it in now. Lecce in the front court. Lecce. Tomer in the corner now. Mittermeier. He'll fire a three-point shot over the top of everything. Off the rebound into the front court now. Will Walter, who's back in. As is Elliott Whitney. Has it on the left side. Whitney now backs it out. Swings it now for Brockman. Lobs it down low for Johnson. In the corner now they go. Walter. Whitney now going right around Paulson. Goes to the rim, up and under him. Flips it home for two with the left hand. Nice finish that time by Elliott Whitney. And the Vikings now up by 17 as we're more than halfway through this second 20 minutes. 56-39. Paulson on the baseline now trying to go up for a shot against Johnson. Lost the handle line. Following up now is Evan Bennett. His tip attempt falls off the front rim. No good, but he'll draw a foul. And that's a 16th foul, by the way, against the Vikings. Going to call it on Whitney. And now a timeout going to be called by the Yellow Jackets with 9:22 remaining. Yellow Jacket fans, get the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear by visiting the Yellow Jacket apparel and merchandise store. Browse the latest styles of gear, including shirts, shorts, sweatshirts, outerwear, and more. The Yellow Jacket apparel and merchandise store can be found at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. Jackets so far here in this half, 4 out of 15. They're now shooting 31% in the ballgame. 5 out of 19 from beyond the arc and 8 for 14 from the stripe. Another game where the Yellow Jackets just struggling to put the ball in the hole consistently from just about everywhere. Meanwhile, Bethany Lutheran at 48.9% so far here in half number 2. They're 9 out of 13. And they're really dominating the boards. 33-21, although Tomer has 10 rebounds. But you take Landon Tomer out of the equation, everybody else for the Yellow Jackets has just 11 rebounds, as Bennett's first free throw is good. Bennett has 12 now in the ball game. He's got one more coming. And the second free throw is up and good for Evan Bennett. He has a team leading now 13 points for the Yellow Jackets, but it's still a 15-point bulge here for the Vikings, 56-41. As Whitney comes in the front court. Now Walter on the right side. Now Whitney, he'll fire from 3, and it's good. He's got 9. The lead is 18. Lecce out on top. Tomer right side. Mittermeier. Bennett. Now they go in the corner. Here's Tomer. Lecce's pass in the corner. Now Mittermeier on the baseline. Now Tomer. He'll fire from 3. That's well short. Rebound out of play. It'll go back over to the Vikings. And now another timeout going to be called by the Yellow Jackets here. 59-41. Two teams will meet again on February 15th at the North Gym down in Mankato, Minnesota. In the meantime, the Yellow Jackets, as things turn dramatically here over the last 8 minutes and 38 seconds, are going to fall to 4-11 and go to 0-2 in the league. Yellow Jacket women started slowly in their game earlier today. In fact, as slow as you can get, just about. Fell behind 12-0 in the first about 3 or 4 minutes and never really got back in the game. The Yellow Jacket men following suit here. And Greg Polkowski right now seems like he's imploring his team in the timeout here to pick up the energy. Vikings so far outscoring the Jackets 24-15 here in half number 2. The timeout, Jackets going to pick up full court. Brockman inbounding now for Walter, and the Jackets now backing out of the full court pressure. Brockman now kicking it to the corner. Here's Whitney coming on the baseline. Pass to the middle of Johnson. Outside, here's the three-point shot taken by Cooper Mensink, who's back in there. No good. Offensive rebound by Johnson, though, and he sticks it back with the left hand for 2. That pretty much sums up the game for the Jackets. Not clearing defensive rebounds. Slower to the basketball. And now down by 20 here is Rocco Paulson in the front court. His pass for Evan Bennett comes to the right side. Mittermeier swings it now for Tomer. Puts it on the deck, goes on the baseline, gets cut off on a double team. Now Lecce out on top of the key. And we're going to reach in foul called on Whitney. Bailed out the Jackets. There were 6 seconds to shoot on that sequence. That'll be the 4th on Whitney. Meanwhile, Slayton Stroshine is going to come in for the first time for the Yellow Jackets. Also, Andrew Beers is going to come back in. Lecce, as that's the 17th foul, by the way, to the line to shoot a 1-and-1, and he knocks down the first free throw. This 1-and-1 sponsored by Superior Water, Light, and Power. Clean, reliable, Superior. Second free throw from Lecce off the back rim, no good. Rebound cleared by Walter. 61, 42. The 19-point lead here for the Vikings as Max Briggs on the front court. Pass comes right side, Will Walter. Now there's a turnover on the steal by Bennett. Coming in 1-on-2. It goes up and under and lays it in for 2. Had to hang in the air a little bit. Cooper Mensink was coming back defensively, but Bennett with the finish. He's got 15. He's by far been the Yellow Jackets' best player today. Pass going left side now, Mensink. Back out on top, Walter in the corner, Briggs. Wide open, he'll fire from 3. That's off the back rim, no good. Rebound grab by Mensink. Went right over the top of Beers, and he goes up, lays it up. Off the rim, no good. Then the outlet from Beers off the rebound, right to Briggs. He goes up, he misses a bunny with the left hand, and after all that, it gets knocked out of play, and it'll be Yellow Jacket basketball here. So a flurry of activity. No extra score after all that. And we remain in a 17-point game with 7:11 left to play. As Beers bounces it in now for Caden Lecce. Lecce. Stroshine out on top. Now he'll fire from 3. That's way off to the right. No good. Rebound grabbed out there by Walter. Brockman now on the right side. Briggs out on top. Well, they swing it left side. Here's Walter. Briggs with the ball fake. And they'll call a foul on the Yellow Jackets on the floor, I think. It's going to be called on Beers. That'll be his first. 3rd team foul on the Yellow Jackets. Mensink now will inbound. Flips it out for Brockman out on top. Now Briggs off the curl. Here's Mensink. Flipping up a shot off the glass, and it goes down for 2. It's his first 2 points. Lead at 19. Lecce in the front court. Hands off Mittermeier. Beers. Left side now Bennett. Down low now Beers wide open. Goes up and throws it down with 2 hands. Nice feed from Bennett. Two-handed flush down low from Beers makes it 63-46. Now the Vikings coming right back. Briggs flipping it over the top, going in and laying it in now is Cole Johnson. And now a timeout going to be called by the Vikings. Well, I'm not really sure why. They're up by 19 here, unless there's some sort of specific strategy that Pat Garvin wants to run. 6:08 remaining to be played here. Bethany Lutheran in full control of this game. Jackets not really showing any signs of coming back here. Come out of the timeout. It'll be Yellow Jacket basketball here. Beers will trigger it in. Beers giving it in now for Gage Brady, who's back in. Stroshine going left side. Bennett. Now Mittermeier. Stroshine. Brady. Inside out dribble. Now coming down low is Brady, and now he gets called for a double dribble. Turnover on the Jackets, 5:48 left to play. Inbounds for Walter, and here's Briggs now. Briggs going left side, now pops a jump shot and knocks it down for two. He's got 14. 67-46. Now Brady. Left side, Mittermeier. Beers now going up with a half hook, and he goes down for two. 67-48 as we're about to go under 5 minutes now left in this one. Cole Johnson going for Brockman left side. Brockman now handing it off. Johnson now going right to the rim. The Yellow Jackets, two of them went one way, and Johnson went the other. He's got 11. Easy two there for Johnson, makes it 69-48. No Stroshine in the front court. His pass down low to nobody. Picked off by Brockman. Long lead pass now Walter. He'll go up and lay it in. 71-48 now, a 23-point lead. Largest of the game now for the Vikings. Brady going right side, Bennett. Bennett looking down low. Had it kicked away now by Brockman. And the Jackets going to bring in four new players. And Stroshine's going to check out. Bennett's out. Beers checking out. Mittermeier also checking out. Might not see those guys again for the rest of the game. 4:17 now left. Denegas is going to come back in. Quimby for the Yellow Jackets back in. So is Tomer, Nordon. Also Nathan Dupree in there for the first time. Tomer handing it off now. Here's Brady. Dupree out on top. Now he'll swing it left side. Here's Quimby. Quimby stepping through, kicks it in the corner. Tomer will fire from three. That's an air ball. And the rebound batted out of the play here by Dupree. It'll be a basketball now for... Actually, it's a shot clock violation is what they're going to say. .357 now left. Jackets picking up full court. Inbounds now comes for Briggs as he comes into the front court. Goes all the way into the corner. Now hangs in the air and loses the handle on the basketball. Whitney's going to come back in now. Nordon triggered in now, and here's Brady. Quimby out on top. Crossing over against Brockman. Now Brady will fire from 3, and it's good. Brady in with 8. Long lead pass now, looking for Jenigas. Tipped out of play by Brady. 3:24 left, still a 20-point lead here for the Vikings. And Whitney will inbound on the baseline. Flips it in now for Brockman. Briggs now out on top. On the left side now, Whitney. Now Brockman looking down low. 5 seconds to shoot. Brockman now going on the baseline against Quimby. Hangs in the air. And now stepping out of bounds on the far side was Whitney as he tried to force a shot up as the clock was about to expire. 2:59 now left. Nordon triggering it in here for Brady. Brady to the right side, goes all the way in and kisses off the window for 2 with the right hand. He's got 10 points in the game, so not a bad effort for the freshman from Mora, Minnesota. 71 now 53, and we're going to have a foul called on Brady. That'll be his 4th. That'll be the 14th foul on the Yellow Jackets, and now UWS going to bring in another substitute here. Jet Rogowski coming in. He'll take out Hayden Quimby. Inbounds now in for Whitney. 2.5 to play. Pass coming left side, going right to the rim and flipping it up off the window for 2 is Will Walter. 73-53. Now Dupree on the baseline going all the way and flips up a shot off the glass. No good. Rebound cleared by the Vikings. Grabbed by Walter. Now Jenigas into the front court. Pass to the far side, knocked out, and that'll allow the Vikings to bring in Amory Peterson as well as Risley Borman. Jackets also going to bring in Zane Nelson now for the first time. That should about do it for Landon Tomer as he checks out with 2 minutes, 10 seconds now left. Once we go final here, we'll do a quick post-game recap, and then we'll send it out to John Garver, who is going to bring you our third game of the triple header here on 91.3 FM. Also close out the day here on Yellow Jacket TV after this one goes final. Jenigas coming down the lane, by the way, had the ball stripped away from him. Now his outlet pass picked off by Brady. Brady now going left side, flips up a shot off the back rim, no good. Following up and tipping it in is going to be Nordon. 73-55 now your score. Now Circa routing his way to the basket on the left-hand dribble was Borman. We're going to have a foul call on the Yellow Jackets. 1:23 now left in this one. Jackson Alfrey's going to come in here in a minute. And the Vikings now are going to start to empty their bench as well. This one is in the books just about. The first free throw from Borman is good. Alfrey's going to come in. He'll take out Nordon. Ryan Schrupp is in for the first time. Gavin Gross is in as well, as is Caden Butler here for Bethany Lutheran. And Ricky Wengert also in here. Second free throw also good. 74 now 55. And we're just going to play this one out here. Here's Brady. Alfrey out on top. His three-point shot off the back rim. That's no good. And trying to tie it up now with Zane Nelson for the Jackets. He does so against Schrupp. And we'll go back over to the Vikings here. Also in TJ Starkey, and he has the basketball right now. Starkey in the front court. Three-point shots up now. Right side, that one taken by Schrupp. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound for UWS. Jackets are going to be 4-11 after this and 0-2 in the league. Tippery's pass now on the right side. Jet Rogowski all down low. The ball stripped away from Nelson. Into the front court now. Here's TJ Starkey. Pass in the corner. Three-point shot is up from there. That one halfway down, spun out. That one taken by Caden Butler. Rebound grab by the Yellow Jackets. And the shot clock and game clock just about synced up here as the pass comes down low. Nelson now steps through. He misses a layup, but we're going to have at least one more foul called here against the Vikings. And we'll see what they get this one to. 24.3 seconds now left. Going to be called on Ricky Wengert, the freshman from Rochester, Minnesota. And Zane Nelson to the line now to shoot two. His first one is up and no good. Spins out. One more coming. Second free throw also good. Now Carson Osterman's going to come in. So is Nicholas Hine for the Yellow Jackets. 24.3 seconds left. 75-56. Wingard into the front court. And now we'll see the Vikings just going to bleed the clock here. And it's going to be a 75-56 final here. We're just waiting for the buzzer to sound. Jackets are going to be 4-11 after this one. 0-2 in the league. The Vikings going to be now 9-6 and 2-0. Jackets, as we jump into a brief post-game recap, sponsored by Synovus Energy and the Superior Refinery. 19 out of 55 from the field. Bethany Lutheran 31 out of 60. Leading scores in the ball game for the Yellow Jackets. Evan Bennett had 15 points. Gage Brady with 10. Bethany Lutheran, 4 players in double figures led by Max Briggs, the former Yellow Jacket, with 14 points. Up next for the Yellow Jackets, they will be in action a week from today taking on Martin Luther. That'll be game 2 of a doubleheader of Yellow Jacket basketball, both on 91.3 FM and also on Yellow Jacket TV. That'll be a 4:45 tentative start time, 4:30 the pregame with yours truly as the Jackets try to get their first win of the conference season here for 2025-26. A big thank you to Owen Peterson, who was my engineer back at 91.3 FM, and a big thank you to Evan Ludwig, who was with me for both games here from the Mertz here this afternoon. A big thank you to everybody who also tuned in for the broadcast. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you'll join us for more Yellow Jacket men's basketball as the 2025-26 season rolls on. In the meantime, this is Matt Johnson again, alongside Owen Peterson back at 91.3, and also Evan Ludwig from Yellow Jacket TV saying so long. Again, your final score, Yellow Jackets falling in Game 2 of our triple header here on 91.3 FM. Final score here from the Mertz, Vikings 75, Yellow Jackets 56. Thanks for listening and watching, everybody. Men's hockey is coming up on these radio airwaves, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, Matt Johnson signing off again from the Mertz as the Jackets go down to defeat. We'll be talking again on Saturday. This has been Yellow Jacket men's basketball here on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.